When I decided I was going to go ahead and make this project, the first thing I really needed was a good producer. And luckily, my good friend Ian Chinsey, who I'd worked with on the feature film House of Cards, I approached him and I said, hey, be interested?
I actually first heard about In a Corner when I was overseas in Europe. I was actually shooting something else, a documentary, and was communicating with Rowan via email, and he was telling me about this project that he and the other guys had talked about called In a Corner, and I had no idea what it was all about.
I also really enjoyed some of these really kind of claustrophobic thrillers, things like even like Reservoir Dogs or like The Abyss, something where you've got a few characters kind of in an enclosed space together and having to kind of deal with their own kind of issues.
It's a dark story, but it's one of those things where you've got this giant scale happening, but you really are concentrating on the human component. And I've always been a fan of those types of movies where the world's at war, but we're concentrating on one or two people.
Something more recent that I could compare it to is probably the AMC series The Walking Dead, which is a big, grand kind of thing going on. You've got like the end of the world happening, but the story itself is really just about these few survivors and their kind of own personal trials and things, and the end of the world stuff is really just a backdrop to that.
Just the concept alone really intrigued me, and it wasn't until I just stumbled across the audition online and I thought, hang on, yeah, let's do it.
I love the concept and the way it shows humanity and our natural instinct to stay alive, even when we don't know what we're staying alive for, what's out there, what the world is around us.
It's going to be interesting just how claustrophobic this film actually is how we're all going to be knitted together.
This will be Respect Cat Productions' second official project after House of Cards, and that was really kind of a trial by fire or a test run for myself and the rest of the crew to say, look, can we do this? Is it possible to make a film in Brisbane with limited resources? And yes, it is. So now what we're doing is all maturing as filmmakers and looking to take the next step up. Obviously it's a short film, so it's not going to be as long a process, but the way we're going about it is not so much guerrilla, not so much run out and just shoot. It's kind of get your paperwork, get this set up, organize this, and we're taking the proper steps and looking to eventually get to that point where we can play on a level playing field with the big guys.
Just meeting everybody through the audition, everyone seems so down to earth and really easy to work with, so I was really excited to be working with Ian.
I'm now quite involved in this company, and it's exciting times because we've got a lot of projects coming together that we're going to be looking at over the next year or so, and this is really just the first of many projects we're going to be putting together, so it's going to be good.